In 1795, when the Indian subcontinent was known as Hindustan or Hindustan, King Mirza Sikandar Beg is killed by John Clive. The residents of his kingdom are massacred, and the land is annexed by Lord Clive of the East India Company. The only survivors are his daughter, Safira Beg, and General Khudabaksh. Khudabaksh defeats the retreating enemy soldiers and raises Safira as his daughter, training her in the arts of warfare. Udharan. The film then moves forward to various years. Firangi Mallah is a small-time thug who fools people for money. For instance, he once gives the location of a traveling landlord to some thugs and takes money for it. Then he gives the location of the same thugs to British soldiers for money. Firangi turns into a routine informer for the company. He finds solace with a dancer named Suraya. Firangi aims to be a European himself. Hence the moniker, Firangi. And hence dresses up as one in many circumstances. Udharan. Khudabaksh, now known as Azad, leads a band of Indian bandits known as thugs, who specialize in sea-based warfare and expose a serious challenge to Lord Clive and the expanding East India Company, which had, by then, seized control of large parts of India. Lord Clive assigns his right hand to counter the rising threat posed by the thugs. Udharan. Firangi is tasked by the East India Company to meet this challenge. He, with the help of his friend, manages to track Azad at one of Azad's attack on a British ship. He mistakenly saves Safira's life by taking a bullet for her, and Azad takes him to their secret location for treatment. He appears before Azad and asks him for recruiting him. Azad accepts and begins to show confidence in him. Udharan Chinne. When Azad and his men make a stop to pick up muskets from a local ruler who supports their cause, Firangi betrays them and lets the East India Company know about their location. When the forces of the East India Company surround the warehouse where they are meeting with the ruler, Azad lets Firangi know that he knows Firangi has sold him out, but he still believes that Firangi has some good in him. After a short duel, Azad is about to fall to his death when Firangi saves him. Azad sees that Firangi is conflicted with his feelings about working for the East India Company and asks him to help with his cause. Azad then asks him to protect Safira and then sacrifices himself by confronting the East India Company forces alone so that Safira and Firangi can escape. Udharan. Firangi then goes to Clive for claiming reward and also trades the location of Azad's remaining thugs. However, this is a trap as Safira and Firangi attack the incoming ships. Clive, with the help of a prisoner, Bhure Lal, attacks them. Thugs survive and then Safira and Firangi goes to Suraya, who is going to perform on the Dashehra function, and asks for her help, where Clive will also come so they can kill him there. There before the function, Clive reveals that Azad is alive and has to be executed. Firangi betrays all the thugs to Clive. However, this is a plan to release all the prisoner thugs, including Azad, who survived but was captured by East India Company soldiers. Udharan Chinne. At the final encounter with the East India Company at an abandoned fort, Safira fights the EIC soldiers while Firangi stops Clive from boarding his ship. Safira kills Clive, and justice is served. Azad looks to the sky and realizes the infertile land has now borne fruit, suggesting that Firangi has now become an empathetic human capable of greatness. The next day, Safira is crowned the queen and declares her kingdom free of EIC rule. Meanwhile, Firangi along with Suraya and Shanicha are shown to have run away with a ship stolen from Safira to England. Udharan.